My friend, Rabbi Bookspan, over here in Miami Beach, told me a gewaltige dvar Torah. Okay, watch this. So, Adam was confronted by Hashem about the incident with the forbidden fruit. And the pasuk says that Adam says, when he's confronted, the woman whom you gave to me to be with me, she gave me of the tree and I ate. And Hashem, God, said to the woman, what is it that you have done? The woman said, the serpent deceived me and I ate. So each one blamed the other one. Adam blamed his wife, and the wife, Chava, Eve, she blamed the snake. The Medrash Rabbah, it's a pretty famous Medrash, a lot of people know this, plays around with the pasuk, and this is what the Medrash says. That when he says, Va'ochel, and I ate, it could also mean, and I will eat. Adam is using both possible tenses, that he ate in the past, and he will eat in the future. In other words, while on the one hand he was confessing to the fact that he had already eaten from the tree, Adam was also saying that he was not above eating from it again. I don't understand. If Adam was admitting to his sin, why should we assume that he would be so audacious as to say to Hashem that he would do it again? Why does the Medrash say that? What's trying the Medrash? V'ochel, and I will eat again. I thought he was doing tshuva, and he was saying that he was apologizing for what he did, and saying, you're right, I ate in the past. And let him say, and I won't do it again. But no. Part of the tshuva process, he says, I ate, and I'm going to eat again. So there's a sefer called Imre Das, and he explains as follows. Look at the beginning. Before he said that he ate, or he will eat, what did he do? He shifted the blame to his wife. Only after that did he acknowledge that he ate. This was an example of, yes, but when one admits to wrongdoing, but does not take ownership of the misdeed. A lot of times, you could admit that you did the act, but there were reasons why, it was somebody else's. A real tshuva is taking ownership of the misdeed. Anytime a person does not accept blame for his action, and he blames another reason why it happened, it is likely that the offense will be repeated. Similarly, look at the dialogue later on. When Chava was confronted by Hashem, she blamed the serpent for enticing her to eat from the tree. But look at the lines of the pasuk. It seems that her reply does not really answer Hashem's question. Hashem he speaks to Chava after Adam blamed her. Okay, so then Hashem says to her, what is it that you have done? He was referring to the fact that she gave her husband to eat from the forbidden tree. If so, her response doesn't make any sense. Her response should have addressed the issue of feeding her husband, Yosef. Not the fact that she herself ate. That was her answer. And I ate. We weren't discussing you eating. We were discussing the fact that you gave it to your husband. Maybe the theme that we discussed earlier is at play here too. A person doesn't sin in a vacuum. Rather, the sin comes on the heels of a previous event. It is part of a downward trend. Just as after Adam admitted to eating from the tree, he blamed his wife, and therefore it showed no plans of changing, as we see in the Medrash, when he says, and I will eat again. When Chava ate and blamed the snake, it is obvious that her second sin, feeding her husband, was an extension of the first sin, eating from the tree. So therefore she did answer God's question. Including in eating was giving her husband to eat also. It was all part of the same thing. So she was answering God's question. After she ate, she blamed the snake, didn't take ownership of the sin, therefore she gave her husband too. Every chet is indicative of a larger pattern, which will not stop on its own. In the absence of a plan to take ownership of one's misdeeds and to have a resolution for change, your original misbehavior will fester and spin out of control. That is why the Medrash can predict that Adam will eat again. And that is how Chava, while admitting that she ate from the tree, yet blaming it on the snake, is also saying that she furthered her crime by feeding it to her husband as well. So we also answer the second question, that she did answer God's question. Shabbat Shalom.